Hi, this is Dave with Dave's TR4A.com. I just wanted to give you a quick update on the progress of installing an overdrive in my TR4A, which is sitting right here in the cold garage. Anyway, I got an email from the guy rebuilding the transmission in the overdrive saying that he ran into a glitch doing the pressure test, so there's been a delay. There's going to be a delay here while he runs out the ground. But I got to thinking about if there's a way that I could clean up the wiring a little bit better than what I had originally posted a week or so ago. So I think I came up with a little better plan. So anyway, before I go there, this is the advanced auto wire harness schematic. Consists of the power block here, they call it. It's basically piece of heavy plastic that's got all the relays and fuse blocks and whatnot attached to it. And so if I zoom in here, just to explain a little bit about the part that we're going to be talking about. Here's the ignition switch. Here's the battery with, and then there's a wire, it's like a 10 gauge wire, multi-strand wire that goes from the battery into this terminal block here, which is where the unswitched high current 12 volts comes onto this power block. And if you look at this, this is what they call the power relay. And one of the nice things about this, sorry for bouncing around on this thing, I'm trying to hold the camera and talk at the same time. So anyway, on the stock TR4 and 4A harness, all the current for everything is switched through this ignition switch, headlights and everything. And one of the really nice things about this particular wire harness is the fact that the only current that goes through this ignition switch is, the radio in the accessory position, which is an amp maybe, I don't know. And then when you switch it on, it pulls in the coil for this power relay. And as you can see, that's what goes into all these terminal blocks here that provides power to everything through the fuses first. But everything has to go through this from here to the relay, the power relay contact to this. And I believe this is like a 40 amp relay. So I was trying to think of a way that I could incorporate this into into my new circuit for the relay without having a bunch of wires hanging off and everything. So what I came up with is this, which has, and I have some audio-visual aids. Here is the relay for the new overdrive, and it's got a fuse, standard automotive fuse wired in series with one of the relay contacts here, which is this guy coming in here. So what I can do is terminate that red wire onto this terminal block here, and now I have my 12 volts, my high current 12 volts going through the fuse to one side of the relay contact that's going to control the overdrive. And then here's the two coils for the overdrive solenoid. One's the high current one to pull it in, and then the other one's the maintain coil. So, and then of course that goes to ground. So that's the high current side. So that leaves the switch side to deal with. So what I'm going to do is I have a bunch of those 4-piece or 4-contact splitters for the bullet connector. So I'm going to cut this wire going from the ignition switch to the relay coil and put a bullet connector on each end of that and connect that into one of those splitters. And then I'm going to run the wire from the coil on this relay. I'm sorry, yeah, from the coil to the splitter. So now I have my switch 12 volts going through here to the switch on the column. So I have so it's going to go from when the ignition switch goes on, it turns on this relay, pulls in this relay. It's going to apply power to this relay and a power to the one side of the switch on the steering column. Okay, so then if we go down farther through the food chain here, these are the two interrupters that go on the transmission. So one locks out reverse, one locks out first. So I think doing it this way, I'm going to be able to have a much cleaner wiring set up. And when I start to do the actual install, of course, I'll take a video of that too, so you can actually see where everything is. So anyway, that's the wiring. And a couple other things. I had posted 2 other projects, one quite a while ago. When I was putting in my oil temperature gauge, I ended up I'm going to have to take the pan off to drill out the hole in the aluminum oil pan, because the centering unit is just a bit bigger than the hole, so I have to drill out that hole. And but that means I got to pull the pan. Got my new gasket material, so I can make a new gasket for the oil pan. The last one I got in the kit didn't fit, so I don't know if you guys have ever done or made any gaskets, but it's pretty simple, and I'll show that too. You basically need like a ball peen hammer and a punch, and you're good to go. So I'm going to do that here probably tomorrow, and try to post that tomorrow night. The other thing is the paint repair for my somebody tightened down the cap on the master cylinder for the clutch. I'm not going to say who, but anyway, it cracked, and I didn't catch it in time until I noticed that paint was bubbling up around the bottom of the bracket that holds the master cylinder. So I'm going to have to take that off, but I'm going to wait till it gets warmer. I have all the paint and supplies and everything to do that. I just have to I'm just going to wait till it gets a little warmer, because I think the high today was like 41 or something like that, so that's a little too cold to paint. So anyway, that's where we're at. Thanks for watching. Check out my website if you want to see more on the restoration of the car. I found a bunch of broken links on the engine page, so you should be able to go through those and see how I rebuilt the engine. I changed web hosts, and all the links got broken, and I've been slowly going through and trying to fix everything. So anyway, thanks again for watching. Check out my website, Dave's TR4A.com, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.